The field remains coherent, even when the editor does not. Olympus was never a location. It was a production problem. Zeus sends lightning. Derek turns it into runtime. Somewhere between inspiration and export, the humans invented deadline. The angels monitor coherence. Level contusely, the artists continue ignoring them. Every particle must choose, every editor must eventually render. The pluribus field does not demand perfection, only continuation. Systems beget systems that beget systems. Somewhere in heaven, the celestial accountant is trying to explain the budget for lighting. Zeus insists the project is under control. The evidence suggests otherwise. The transmission was never intended to be understood completely, only felt. Derek receives another burst of energy. Unfortunately, so does the soundtrack. The cinematographic coherence fluctuates slightly during contact with mortals. Small changes here. The cinematographic coherence fluctuates during contact with mortals. Remember that. Small changes become civilizations. The line between madness and revelation is mostly determined by the editing rhythm. Olympus Heaven Studios proudly presents another completely manageable catastrophe. The gods create universes casually. The editors must organize the footage afterward. The rabbits continue carrying cables throughout the entire eternity. No one has explained why. Some call it cultic. Zeus calls it still in post-production. Reality export remains delayed due to dimensional rendering complications. The signal arrives in fragments like memory, mute, repetition. The humans asked for meaning. Zeus accidentally gave them cinema. Coherence holding at 99.9%, remaining instability attributed to Derek. Inspiration. It's easy. Organizing the files, this is the hard one. The throne room grows quiet for a moment. Every Olympian needs a cut to silence occasion. There are currently over 14,000 unresolved visual ideas in the system. Athena recommends moderation. Zeus recommends one more episode. The projection continues. The render deepens. The editor survives on caffeine and momentum. Somewhere between instantly and never, the movie finally begins to exist. Every image is a doorway. Every sequence is a decision. The field remains coherent despite increasingly questionable creative behavior. Olympus recognizes the symptoms immediately. Classic Zeus over-escalation syndrome. Zeus. The soundtrack shifts from transcendence to complete cacophony. The audience laughs first and slowly realizes the gods are furious. The production has now exceeded the original metaphysical specifications. Derek stares upward. Thank you very much. Into the transmission. Thank you very much. There's one thing I've learned in my life, and I think it's true. That is, it don't matter what you're smoking, what you're drinking, what you're imbibing, what you're believing, what path you're walking on. It don't matter what lightning Zeus is throwing at you. It don't matter where you are in the universe. The only thing that matters, my friend, is the litmus test. Can you TCB? With all that's going on, can you take care of business, my friend? Because that's the only thing that matters. That's one thing I've learned in my life, and I believe it to be true.
Jesus Christ, Elvis. Every time you open your friggin' mouth, you say there's one thing you learn in your life. That's like 3 things a day. It's 1,000 things a year. Didn't you? What, you learn one thing or 1,000 things?
Well, I'd have to say I learned 1,000 things, but I learned one at a time. And that's what I told Derek. Don't matter what Zeus is doing with you, what God is doing with you, what you're smoking, what you're drinking, what you're imbibing, what path you're walking on, what belief system you're using. As long as you can take care of business, that's the whole issue, my friend. TCB. Have yourself a McDonald's, relax, take care of business. Well, there's one thing you can't do is blame Derek for taking his madness too seriously, his religion too seriously. It's only 89% of the time. Oh, it's 54% of the time sometimes. But the main issue is the pluribus. 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 Or pluribus or something.